Well, strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
15.
He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 57.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 62 yards. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. To throw, here's Nix. A dump off for Mason. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Throwing Nix. Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Nix from the shotgun. And this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Nix once more. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Nix. That's complete to Westbrook-Akine.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Nick Westbrook-Akine.
38 yards. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yellow. Hey, yellow, go going. 15, yellow. My turn.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
My turn.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. To throw is Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jordan Mason. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Easy. Yellow.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice, 48 yards. And the Chiefs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Nix.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanchez. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Nix to the air.
He's got Mason complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they have regained the lead. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Hey, 15.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
43. Hey, 43. My side.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
15. I don't need to. 15. Look at it.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
15. Hey, Sunday. My side.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
79 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors. Hey, Ripley's. What's that? 15. My side.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Xavier Worthy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs have regained the lead.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
3rd down, here's Mason. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And here's a quick throw out to Mims.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On the give, it's Mason.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Second and 10.
Operating from the gun, Nix, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Looking to throw, Nix. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back. And you
touchdown!
Nick Westbrook-Akine
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chiefs now going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Yellow. Attack, attack! Yellow! Hey, yellow, hey, go gun, go gun, go gun.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught at the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
15. Attack, attack!
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line.
To throw from his end zone.
Nix got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break.
Nix, he'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll hand it to Mason.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Third and 2. To throw, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now they run. It's Mason. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Working out of the gun is Nix.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Our first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll run here with Mason. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They run it with Mason. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Jordan Mason
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Broncos 30, Chiefs 21. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Come back! Attack, attack! Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Hero 15. Hey, 57. Yellow.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing Nix. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC.
Running left, Mason. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now it's Nix.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Mason. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2nd and 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In motion is Westbrook-Akina. To throw is Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Jordan Mason
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. In motion is Westbrook-Akina.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs 1st down up near midfield, spotted at the 48. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Hey, color. Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Yellow. 43.
Mahomes going to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Time not on their side. They've got 1 timeout, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. 1st and 10.
Hey, 15.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Yellow. I down these two.
Mahomes to throw once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll run again with Mason. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Yellow. 15. Return.
Mahomes.
Finding Kelsey.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 17.
Mahomes.
Open man right side is Rice.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Hey, rip list.
Mahomes.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just